Just picked up a TI-83 Plus for $5. And Mikey G's in the house. Hey guys, welcome to Chase After the Right Price. I'm Chase.
And I'm Mike.
And we're garage sailing today. We already started out with this for $5, and there's like 6 neighborhood sales, so it's gonna be crazy. Let's do it. Alright guys, we just got 2 bins full of Nerf with a lot of accessories and Nerf drums and stuff. So you want a 50 and got it for 30. So pretty good value there. And then picked up this Lego Mindstorm. Appears to be complete. It's got the chest piece and it was $20. Yeah, what did we pick up, Mike?
Alright, well we got 2 cameras. Obviously it says $10. We spent less than that.
Of course.
We got $7 on these bad boys.
$7.
And I'm gonna call it like a charcoaly gray silver.
I'd go with that. Charcoal gray.
Yeah, good pickups.
For sure. Okay, so we just picked up all these DVDs. We got Star Wars, Disney, and then Indiana Jones set.
Without the crystal skull. It's a big bummer.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
And it was $15, so about $1 a piece. That'll do. All right, Mikey G, what did we just pick up?
I just got a new Patagonia vest for $4.
That's amazing,
so
man.
Sick.
Patagonia is so nice.
In and I fell in love.
You were like, oh shoot.
Like, Chase, I'm not leaving this place unless you buy this for me. And he said yes. So.
Anytime, Mike.
As long as you pay me back.
Yeah. All right, we just picked up this for $1 and this for how much?
$10.
And she named the price.
She did name the price.
It's the year of the $10 PS3. Loving it. With the controller that's Sony and 3 games. So, awesome pickup. Let's keep going. All right, just picked up that wireless keyboard for an iPad. $5. It's brand new, sealed. We just picked up these 3 bats for $30.
You're intimidating.
Yes.
Until you bat.
It's just not smart.
Like, these guys must be sweet.
But these 3 bats are all actually brand new. 2 Louisville Slugger M110, and then this is a TPX Omaha. $30 all in.
After much investigation.
Yeah, we could not read that. Can you read that? Now that you know it says Omaha, you can probably read it, but we didn't know. So took a while to figure that out. But pretty good deal for those 3 bats.
Okay, action.
All right, let's roll them down.
Have a good day. Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
The best Soul Calibur there was.
Agreed, especially on GameCube with Yoda. I mean Link. Link. I think it has Yoda too, though.
Yeah, it has way better character.
Indeed. All right.
I'm gonna crawl in here real quick and grab that keyboard and put it in here.
Okay. You're good, my friend. We just picked up this box of CDs and a couple games. This one is Blinks on Xbox. Soul Calibur 2, Halo. This is like a Xbox blaster with its receiver. And all the CDs for $5. I just picked up a stack of little golden books for $3. This is the kind of thing I do sometimes if there's a bunch of the same series. Pick them up for cheap, sell on eBay for about $1 a book, and they'll be worth about this much. Editing. Alright guys, we just got the best score of the day. Asked for games. Had to push a little bit. He said he didn't really want to sell them. I was like, well, you got any games you don't play anymore? And he was like, what about like PS2? I was like, yeah. He's like, why don't you come down? So we went down to the basement. Super cool dude. Ended up getting an awesome stack of games. $45 all in, right? So we were at 40 for the stack. Okay. So $45 all in. Let's just show the games.
All right. So we got Resident Evil 2.
Beautiful. That one was thrown in at the end for $5.
Final Fantasy 9.
He had all the Final Fantasies but wanted to keep 7. And
we were like, ah.
It's like, oh, that's what I wanted. Bad, but that's okay.
Silent Hill. Kind of wonky.
That is awesome. That's like, last I checked, $40, $50 game just for that one.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. 2 for Final Fantasy 1 and 2.
Got Origins. Good little PS1 bundle there.
Final Fantasy 8.
Everything is really clean.
All the discs are in there. We checked.
Yep.
And he checked. And do you want to go through like the PS2 games?
Yeah, I'll go through these. And he also had Final Doom on the PS1, but the disc wasn't in there, which is a bummer because that's an expensive game.
Is it?
Yeah. Star Ocean. Pretty nifty. Onimusha 3. And then we got the Silent Hill collection on PS2, which is beautiful to find. I mean, these are $30-$40 per in value. Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 2 and Resident Evil Code Veronica X.
And
then this one was thrown in at the end for $5, which is what got us to 45. Toe Jam and Earl. Panic on Funkotron, and it is complete and minty fresh. $45. Insane score. Let's go. On the Wii, so you're gonna take that off the top. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you're better off that someone makes one for
Don't think that's it. All right, we just picked up a Wii, which is right there in the bag. Just a system and cords, I think, and maybe one Wii remote. Maybe no remote.
no remote.
Either way, it was $7. And then got the stack of random games and stuff, including that Game Shark Pro, for $12. Watch Dogs 2 is sealed. Need for Speed Rivals, and then the DS. OG, the original one that I had. And then got the Star Trek 90s figures for $5. They were marked at $10. Awesome little sale. Just picked up some G.I. Joe stuff again. The cleanest. This is actually vintage, 1988-ish on the vehicles. They were like $1.50, $1 a vehicle. And then a bag of, these are like 90s, so they're not quite vintage, but it was $3 for the whole bag of those G.I. Joe guys. And then a bag of Power Rangers, 90s, very clean, for $5. And there's some of those other vehicles. Not too shabby. Alright, so we had lunch at Qdoba. It was wonderful.
So good.
And we just came to a sale. They had a Wii marked at 30. Picked it up for 15. That'll do. Alright, Mike, what'd you just pick up?
It's really heavy. It's not that heavy. Battlefield 1.
It's like the collector's edition?
Yeah.
I don't even know what's inside of it. But we got it for $5.
But it does not have a game.
Yeah. No game. Then got this Aliens 1, like figure, for $3. And we got a whole bunch of random goodies for another $6, including iClicker 2, NES controller, a couple games, but Rock Band 4's in there, so that's decent. And there's an N64 game. And of course I asked if there's more, and I pushed a little bit to try to get them to bring more, but the gamer's not home. So we settled with this stuff, and I think we did pretty well.
I'm pretty happy about it. I didn't think there was going to be that much. So
Yeah, it's like 2 in the afternoon. We had lunch and still getting the deals. So let's keep going. Games. Just came back to a neighborhood for a Sega Genesis that I tried to get yesterday, but he wouldn't sell it to me. Came back. Yesterday I offered 40, and he just wasn't having it. And even if I would have offered more, he wouldn't have taken it. He had to look into it. So he looked into it and said, how about 50? We just came back at 3 o'clock. So we got it. So let's check it out. So it's a Sega Genesis with 20 games, all of them in the cases, minty fresh, including some decent ones like Mortal Kombat, Columns, Cool Spot. We've got Sonic, Tommy Lasorda Baseball, Krusty's Super Fun House. Everything is super clean. Super Baseball 2020, Joe Montana, Sonic 2, Mario Lemieux Hockey, RBI Baseball 4. Look at that.
oh yeah.
Toe Jam and Earl once again. You can see the cartridges are just like absolutely
Minty.
beautiful. Ranger X, Streets of Rage, that's a good one.
Jeez, they keep coming.
They keep coming. There's golf. Never really seen World Championship Soccer. Football 94 and Greatest Heavyweights. And then the system with 2 controllers and the cords. very last sale of the day was all that stuff that I showed you guys kind of quickly live. It was starting to rain, so we kind of had to work it quick. But basically, we saw this sale early. I got a notification on the phone, and I looked at the pictures and the prices. It was way too high. I was like, well, we'll just come back to that at the end of the day because it'll still be there. Sure enough.
Still there.
It was still there. So they had 2 GameCubes, $75 each with controllers. The games were separate for $5 a piece, so it's another $75 there. And then a box of like 3 Game Boy SPs, 2 DSs, 2 N64s, and an Xbox One for another $325.
The Xbox One wasn't even included with it.
Oh shoot!
I don't think.
Excuse me.
So the Xbox One was like a separate thing, so that was just for the box.
So that might have been another 100.
Yeah.
The guy's prices were through the moon. He quoted me an original NES in the box would be worth $3,500.
Yeah.
I really had to bite my tongue. I was like, that's so wrong. It's crazy, but I'll just let it go and not try to get the NES. But I ended up getting everything except for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One games, which were like Call of Duty and sports. Like nothing good.
Well, they're good. They're just not worth anything.
Yeah. And $280. So he was at $550 for the table, and that was his negotiated. It was probably marked at $700, and we ended at $280. So I will show you guys that stuff here in a second. Alright guys, so here's everything from that $280 purchase, and I've got the disc cleaner running in the background, so I apologize if you hear that, but I wanted to show kind of everything laid out. So there's 3 Game Boy SPs. This one I can't figure out. That is like a weird color. It's close to pearl blue, but it's a little bit darker, and it's worn a lot, and there's no like sticker on the bottom, so I don't know. It's in rough shape. The red one and the blue one, and then a DS Lite, white, and pink. So 5 handhelds, some games, SimCity probably the only one worth anything there. Then regular N64 console and a jungle green, and a stack of kind of not good games. Nothing really there. And then the Xbox One system, and I just left the cords over here, some miscellaneous as well. And then there's a wireless Xbox 360 adapter, the Nyko Max, and a PS2 multi-tap along with 2 memory cards. So that was the first half of the purchase, and I'll get you guys to the GameCube portion. Alright, and here's the GameCube portion. One thing you may notice is that both GameCubes have a Game Boy player on the bottom. The heartbreaking part is that there is no disc. That's the quite sought after valuable part of the Game Boy player, but still the Game Boy players definitely help the value here. And there's actually some decent games, including Star Fox Assault, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Metroid Prime 1 and 2, Crash Nitro Kart, and then a couple other decent ones mixed in. And then there's 7 Nintendo brand controllers, and I think 5 of which will clean up nicely, and then 2, like that one and this one, kind of have rough joysticks. But those are still decent money because they're all Nintendo brand. So yeah, all that stuff from the previous clip and this clip, $280. They were asking roughly $700 for everything, which is madness. I can't believe I was able to talk them down to $280. It was quite the negotiation. Initially, the guy said, I'll do $550 for the table, and I was like, well, that's still way off. And I broke it down to the GameCube stuff to like, because you wanted $75 each for the GameCube systems only, and then $5 a game. So that's like $225. And I got them down to like $120 for that stuff. And then there was all the Game Boys, the N64, the Xbox One in one bin, and he wanted like $350 or something for that. So it was still way too much. But there were some Xbox 360 and Xbox One games on the table that were garbage, and they were valuing those really high, so that's how it put it up to $700. And so I said, well, let's take those out, and I'll do $250 for everything. And we ended at $280 after some crazy negotiations, but the value is definitely there, and that ended up being a great deal. Alright guys, quick update. It's 8 o'clock p.m. the following Thursday. I've got the remaining Nerf guns in the back. I sold about $100 worth of other Nerf guns and accessories from that purchase, and I'm getting another $100 for these. So, awesome little score. Sometimes Facebook Marketplace is the easiest and quickest way to get rid of the big stuff. Alright, thank you guys for watching Chase After the Right Price. It was a great time. I'm glad my brother Mike could come with me. Not really my brother, but he is in spirit. And we had a good time.
Like if I put it back up there?
Yeah, let's do a third.
Alright.
So make sure to hit that subscribe button. We got videos coming out every Friday at 9:30 a.m. and there's a lot
Where's
more
it
garage
at?
sales
Is
to
it
come.
right? Is it right there?
It'll be maybe here or there.
Over there.
One of the spots.
There. We gotta get better where to point. It's right there.
Hit that subscribe button and the bell, and then you'll get all the notifications for the videos. Tons more to come. Tons more garage sales just around the corner. So we'll have a lot more coming out. Bart'll do. We'll see you guys next time.
Chase after the right price.